I was scared of so many things as a kid, and it doesn't really get better growing up. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like learning more things makes you realize more about the world, and that comes with more phobias. I've definitely overcome my initial fear of spiders, aka arachnophobia. Something about spiders sends shivers down my spine and makes me I vividly remember watching videos on my iPad in the dark when I saw a silhouette of a spider crawling across my screen. I slammed my iPad on my face and jumped out of bed, and I frantically dusted myself off. I spent the rest of the night sleeping on my wooden floor with nothing but my pillow. But now I look at the spiders in my house and just think about how they eat mosquitoes and flies, and that makes me feel better. Okay, let's talk about nyctophobia, or fear of the dark. You know when you have to take trash out at night and it's super dark outside? I literally chuck the trash in the bin and sprint back. I do the exact same thing when I'm going up the basement stairs after I turn off the lights. I used to think monsters were just chilling in my house, and when I would sleep, my blanket would be my shield. So I would keep every part of my body under the covers to stay safe, even if I got really sweaty. But now that I'm older, I don't fear the dark like I used to, and I can confidently stick my feet out of my covers. One fear I still haven't overcome is archophobia, the fear of heights. I went to Chicago once and went to the sky deck, which is basically a glass box covering the entire city. My body physically would not let me walk in, and I had to crawl like a toddler, and I only made it halfway in. This is probably a normal reaction for most people, but I also had the same feeling after climbing up one of those rocks in the playground. My limbs feel super weak and wobbly, and I feel like I'm going to fall off. But that's not as bad as my fear of roller coasters. Velox
Rhodophobia.
I'm that friend who doesn't go on any scary rides. I'll be perfectly happy with riding the merry-go-round and not this monstrosity. Like, what is that? My sister convinced me to go on the Viking once, and her logic was that if I sat in the middle of the boat, it would barely move back and forth. The moment I sat down and the workers secured the bar in my lap, I regretted all my life's choices. The thing I don't like about roller coasters is that falling feeling, and the Viking is basically only that repeated over and over. I started crying and I felt like I was going to pass out. I never went on a ride with my sister since. Glossophobia, or the fear of public speaking, is a fear I think is pretty common for most people. Presenting in front of people is probably the top 5 worst feelings you could experience. It's worse if the teacher shows the list of people going next. I don't pay attention to any of the presenters. My heart starts beating fast, my hands get sweaty, and I feel like I forgot what I'm going to say. That actually happened to me once during a group presentation. I completely forgot what I was supposed to say, and it's like I dissociated the whole entire time. I don't know how, but I got like a 98 on it. I sometimes feel like my teacher felt bad for me. It cringes me thinking it went like, yeah, so this, yeah. Thank you for listening. Boo, you stink. While doing research on some of these phobias, I found a bunch more that I didn't know existed. Xanthophobia is the fear of the color yellow. Arithmophobia is the fear of numbers.
Arachibutyrophobia
is the fear of having peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth. And yeah, I'm not gonna even try to say that. It basically means the fear of long words. Okay, who named this? If I've learned anything, it's that there's basically a phobia for everything. So chances are you may have multiple phobias that you don't know about. But let me know what phobias you have, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.